I just watched the live action Lilo and Stitch, and it was a delight. It's been a while since I've smiled this much in a movie theater. I mean, and everyone was like that. There was such a positive atmosphere in that theater. Everyone was happy and delightful. We all came ready to be entertained, and we were entertained. Oh my gosh. They did a probably wise decision of more or less doing Lilo and Stitch beat by beat, same exact story beats. The differences were in the action beats. The action beats were kind of updated for live action, where different gags and different hijinks were tweaked or changed to read better in that medium, and they worked. It was very funny, it was very charming. The animation for Stitch was perfect. He was so adorable. You just wanted to pick him up and hug him, and he was so perfectly naughty, exactly what you wanted. And I mean, it was the same voice, so it felt like Stitch. It was Stitch. Like it wasn't. It didn't feel like an imitation of Stitch. It felt like Stitch. And his relationship with Lilo was perfect. They chose the perfect actress. It's like I cannot think of a more perfect performance. The delivery on every line was absolutely delightful. She was so charismatic, so lovable, and her chemistry with Stitch and her sister was perfect. Completely was the highlight of that movie. Just the heart of Lilo and Stitch is that, and they got that down. And that was why you watched. It was delightful. It was great. And her sister was wonderful. That actress did a fantastic job, and her struggles were almost heightened by it being a live action person, where the reality of, the terrible it's a terrible situation to be in, raising your child's sister, and your parents are dead and you have to put your whole life on pause, and kind of the very real life horror of that, I think, was almost captured more intensely by it being a live action actress, and she did a fantastic job. I mean, they were wonderful. The acting was really solid. The only thing I would say might be a miscast was the evil genius doctor guy. I don't know, like his voice didn't sound natural coming out of that big alien body. It took me out every time. And not in a deliberate funny sort of way. It it just took me out every time. It just didn't sound right. I don't know. Just that's my opinion on that. He's also nothing like the animated version of himself. It's basically a different character. But that's a minor thing. I think my biggest issue with it, and again, did not break the movie for me at all, was I think the ending didn't quite work. They changed the original ending a little bit. I see what they're going for, and I think it could work in a certain way. It didn't quite work for me. It didn't take me out of the movie, and it didn't like fall apart or anything. I think it was a little too convenient the way it ended up. The way it unfolded felt a little unnecessary, and wrapping the story up with a bow that doesn't need to be there. Everything just falls into place a little too smoothly. It's just a bit cheesy, and also kind of manufactured. Like a bunch of suits saw this movie at the end and was like, no, you got to change this ending to make it a little more palatable for whatever. It feels, I don't know, feels like corporate meddling a little bit. I don't know. It's not. I'm making it sound worse than it is. I don't think it ruined the movie at all, but it was a little different. But it's a minor thing. It's not like it's not a bad ending. It's just a little, I don't know. Minor thing, very minor thing. The core of the story, which is the relationship between Lilo and Stitch, was perfect, and the way they animated him was perfect. What you go to a Lilo and Stitch movie for was there in spades. All the funny hijinks, all the emotional heart, everything was there. Even the hula dancing and the little kernels of Hawaiian culture, everything you want in that movie was there. And I thought it was just a delight. It was such a wonderful experience, and everyone had such a good time. You could feel it in the audience. You could feel it in the theater of everyone was there. Everyone was happy. And it was such a lovely experience. It's what you want when you go to a movie theater. So I had a lovely time, and those are my thoughts on that. I totally recommend it. If you like this review, subscribe. You all have a good night. Take care.